Happy Thursday and welcome back to your Video Tech newsletter covering all of the biggest storylines in tech, including Disney's cracking down, Ford has another big delay, and Apple makes a trailer for new YouTube developer channel. It's going to be very interesting, I should say, developer YouTube channel. I'm Nate, keeping you informed on the biggest news in tech, and it really helps me out if you hit that subscribe button. In the news today, Disney announced that they'll be starting a full password sharing crackdown in September. They put these timelines out there. I've heard about this for a long time, and a lot of times it doesn't seem to actually be implemented the way that they act like it's going to be. And maybe it's just a move to try and get people to just be proactive and keep themselves from being in that situation. I'm not totally sure. Ford announced that they'll be delaying two new EVs that they were going to be working on. One is a truck that they'll be pushing off till a later date. The other one was a third-row SUV. I don't know enough about the truck to comment on it, but I will say about the third-row SUV, you can imagine why a vehicle of that scale and size and the amount of the weight that it's going to have to be able to carry might be struggling in the EV world, although it's becoming more and more realistic every day, isn't it? OpenAI could be in clear violation of YouTube's terms of service, CEO says, depending on how it trains its Sora video tool. On top of that, and really the key there is understanding the idea of how it's training its Sora tool with the videos that it's scraping from the internet. That's the key there. But to take a step backwards real quick and really look at what the bigger scale effect of this could be, it's not just that Sora would be violating YouTube's terms of service. It's that anybody who uses Sora created or Sora generated video would be violating YouTube's term of service. So this will be really, really interesting to see how this plays out. Right now, if you haven't watched Sora's videos, it's like, dude, stop what you're doing right now and go watch it. Like, it's just incredible. But the only thing they're doing to watermark it really is like a little baby watermark in the corner that would be really easy to crop out. I'm not saying I would do that. I'm just saying it's really easy to do that. So I'm assuming that Apple or OpenAI is going to have to do a little bit more to prevent that situation from taking place. Apple offers a sneak peek into new developer channel with YouTube trailer. And on this, I'll just go ahead and start playing that trailer so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm sure you're already aware of the Apple developer channel because we talked about it on this channel. So if you're a subscriber, you already caught that. But they're going out of their way to promote this YouTube channel, which I find to be really interesting. Now, if you're interested in app development like I am, maybe you catch the vision a little bit like I do on this. But if you're not interested in Apple development, this is interesting. This is an interesting one for me. So all that being said, really cool that Apple's taking a step forward out there to really try and grow publicity about this developer channel. So that kind of makes me think, reading between the lines a little bit, that maybe Apple's got something up their sleeve with this channel, and down the line, we're going to be seeing it. Apple lays off 600 plus employees after canceling car project, which is a super unfortunate thing to hear. They have to do this by law. If you didn't know that, they have to notify the state of California for mass layoff events, and that makes sense. With that being said, though, this has been in the works for quite a while. We knew layoffs were coming. I had estimated far less than 600, so I was a little surprised to see 600. I mean, compared to the total number of Apple employees, it's not a massive percentage maybe, but it is still a big jaunt. Now, for the tech industry, probably not. But in general, for 600 people and their families, and, it's definitely something that's sad. So I'm not, stoked about it. The stock market tends to like these events because of the end result to the bottom line. But overall, it is interesting. That gives us some perspective into the 1,000-ish workers who are working on Project Titan, if I remember correctly. It's now been been 2 months since that news came out. So all that being said, that percentage of 1,000 workers, I would have thought a lot more of them would be, kicking around for the new robotics projects, the AI projects, et cetera. So that's a good amount of people that are being laid off, which is too bad. Against games industry doldrums, Bitcraft Ventures, Denver-based. Come on, what's what? Colorado. $275 million to back studios and platforms. Doing some really cool, interesting stuff. They're a games investor with European founders, but Denver-based, doing its third round of funding. And where was it? The move comes at a time when games investments have actually declined 72% year on year, according to a recent pitch book. And that's very interesting. But Bitcraft has over 130 companies in its portfolio, more than $1 billion in assets under management. So that's very interesting. Finally, $2.8 billion startup co-founded by Navy SEAL to buy Australian firm that's helping upgrade its drones. We're building the world's best AI pilot. What they actually got there in August, one step back. Melbourne-based Sentient has developed AI-enabled edge solutions that detect and identify small objects in real time. So this is edge computing like at its best. This is what you want to see, right? The company employs about 50 people, or if you like privacy, it's not what you want to see. The company employs about 50 people and will operate as a wholly owned subsidiary of Shield AI. The deal boosts Shield AI's total employee headcount to about 750, a spokesperson told Fortune. This is very interesting. An aircraft that could typically search 300 square nautical miles per hour can search up to 2,000 miles per hour. That is crazy using Sentient Observer. So that is wild. Like, technology is getting to this like wild, crazy time, and that's why we're called Crazy Ones. Just wanted to let you know on my main channel, I'm talking all about the Apple robot project, the Apple robotics projects, I should say, actually. So tons of articles coming out talking about that. So you definitely don't want to miss that. Subscribe to my main channel so you don't miss it. And by the way, if we're doing anything with social robots designed by Apple, it has to look like this, doesn't it? Doesn't it have to look like this? Look, make sure you're subscribed to both channels so you don't miss any of the content. That is it for Crazy 5 until next week. So on the main channel, you can get some more content, so go check that out. Think different, stay crazy.